Hi all, in this lecture we will talk about CCA 175 Real-Time Exam Scenario 12. So let's see the data description. All the order records are stored at user Spark dataset retail_db orders_parquet path in HDFS. Data is in Parquet format. Output requirement says that output all the pending orders in July 2013. Use JSON format for the output files. Place the result in HDFS directory. Result should only contain the records that have order_status value as pending. Order date should be in the format YYYYMMDD. Compress the output using snappy compression and output should only contain order date and order status. So in order to solve this problem statement, we should know how to read a Parquet data as a data frame in Spark. Then we'll have to apply a filter operation on top of the data frame to select only pending records from July 2013. We will have to apply date manipulation operations as well. And finally, we will be applying snappy compression on top of the data and we will be saving the data in HDFS in JSON format. So let's go to the lab and see. So this is my Spark shell. Now let's read the data first. So I'm going to say well orders is equal to spark.read.parquet because we have Parquet file format and then providing the path. This is how we can read Parquet data in Spark. Now we got a data frame. Let's see some of the data. So I'm going to say orders.show which can give me 5 records. Okay, so this is my data. Now what we have to do here is we have to select the data which is in state pending and it should be from July 2013. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm gonna say well result is equal to we have orders dot filter. Let's apply a filter operation on top of it and I'm gonna say my column order_status is pending. Okay, now we have to select only 2 columns in the final output, that is order date and order status, and we have to convert this millisecond date into this milliseconds into a date. So let's do that. So I'm gonna say dot with column, and in with column I'll be specifying that my order date, it should get changed from millisecond to a date object. So for that I can use to_date and from Unix time and providing the column order date divided by 1000. So in our data we have order date in millisecond. So we will divide it by 1000, we will convert it into seconds and then from Unix time will return a timestamp. ToDate function will act on top of it and it will return a date. Okay, so this is what we have done here. Now let's see the data now. Okay, the result dot show and just give me 5 records. So guys, we have selected only the data where order status is pending and also order date is now a date, it's no more milliseconds. Now we have to filter the date. We have to select the date from July 2013 and in the final output we should only have order_date and order_status. So I'm going to say well final df is equal to result dot filter. Inside filter I'm going to say my column order_date, it should be like 2013-07, that is from July 2013 dot select. Now just give me order underscore date and order underscore status. Okay, so this is my final DF. So I'm gonna say final DF dot show, give me just 5 records. Okay, so we can clearly see that the order date is from July 2013 and the order status is pending. Now we have to save this data in HDFS in JSON format, and we also have to apply a snappy compression on top of it. So I'm gonna say final df dot write, which gives me a data frame writer, dot option, and my option is I have to apply a compression which is snappy. Okay, dot JSON, because we have to save the data in JSON format. So this is my output path. So this output path already exists. So let's change the path a bit, and I'm gonna say, let's say, okay, so I have changed the path because the output path already exists in HDFS. We can also specify the mode as override. So now let's validate the data. I'm gonna say HDFS DFS -ls, and I'll be providing the path. Okay, so we can clearly see here that this is a partition file which is created and with extension .json.snappy. That means we are able to save our data frame as a JSON file with snappy compression applied on top of it. So we are done. We can also solve this problem statement using SQL query. Now let's go to the lab and see it. Now because this path already exists, so what I'm gonna say, I'll have to import the mode, save mode. So for that, import org.apache.spark.sql and like this. So I'm gonna say, because we already have orders data with us, so if you see orders and 5 records, we have all the data with us. Now on top of this data, what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna fire a query, and before that I have to register it as a temp view. So orders dot create or replace temp view, and let's say my temp view name is orders. Let's clear the screen first. Okay, so let's use a query now. Well, result is equal to spark.sql, and let's use query here. So what we have to select, order date and order status. So I'm going to say select to_date from Unix time and providing the column order date, dividing it by 1000. Okay, and giving it the name order underscore date. This is the first column that I'm interested in. The second column is order underscore status from the view that we created above, orders. Then a where clause where order underscore status is equal to pending. So we have to filter out all pending records, and to date from Unix time order date divided by 1000. It should be like (2013-07) and this one. So this is my query. Okay, let's see the result. Result dot show, and just give me 5 records. Okay, the variable name is not correct. Result.show and give me 5 records. So using SQL query also we are able to fetch the correct data. Now let's save it back to HDFS. Result.write, which returns a data frame writer. So I'm going to say dot option, and let's provide the compression as snappy. Now the output path, HDFS path already exists, so I'm gonna say dot mode, and my save mode is overwrite. My save mode is overwrite dot JSON, because we have to save the data as a JSON file. So providing the path now. Okay, so we are done. Let's validate the data. Let's verify. I'm going to say HDFS DFS-ls providing the path. Okay, so we can say that a part file has been created with extension .json.snappy. So we are able to solve the problem statement with 2 different approaches. So in this lecture we have learned how to read Parquet as a data frame in Spark. Then we have applied several filter operations on top of data. We have also applied date manipulation functions on top of data frame. And finally, we have saved the data frame in JSON file format and using snappy compression in HDFS. Thank you.